Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. Today, we are checking out the 2025 album from Lily Allen called West End Girl. Now, I'm not familiar with any of Lily Allen's music. I don't think I've ever heard a song by Lily Allen, so I'm really excited to see what all is going on here. We will take a little look real quick. This is what is said about the album. West End Girl is Lily Allen's fifth album, also her first body of work in 7 years, following her 2018 record No Shame. The record is in part a reflection of Allen's life in New York after moving with her husband, actor David Harbour. That's Hopper, right? Yeah, also Hellboy. Still never watched that version. Guillermo del Toro, all the way. During her time in the city, Allen played the lead role in a West End revival of The Pillowman. After divorcing Harbour, Allen returned to London, where she spoke out about her mental health struggles surrounding the split. West End Girl derives from Allen's 2018 Wish, which contemplated putting out a whole album at once in an ideal world. On October 20th, 2025, Allen fulfilled her desire by revealing the cover art, track list, and release date through her social media. Back in 2024, Allen wrote and recorded her project in Los Angeles within 10 days. Wow. She later finished it between trips to London and New York. The English artist stated she is nervous about this offering that portrays another side of her artistry. The record is vulnerable in a way that my music perhaps hasn't been before, certainly not over the course of a whole album. Here's one other thing that she had to say, and then we'll dive in. I've tried to document my life in a new city and the events that led me to where I am in my life now. At the same time, I've used shared experiences as the basis for songs which try to delve into why we humans behave as we do. So the record is a mixture of fact and fiction, which I hope serves as a reminder of how stoic, yet also how frail we humans can be. In that respect, I think it's very much an album about the complexities of relationships and how we all navigate them. Interesting. Ooh, am I in for something heavy here? So I hope with albums like this, I'm always like, oh God, help me approach it with sensitivity and hear it properly. So that's what we're going to set out to do. This album was voted on by my Patreon members. They vote on the albums that come out every Wednesday. So along with that, feel free to check out my Patreon. I'll have the music videos for this album as well as live performances over there. I try to offer a lot of value over on Patreon. So feel free to check that out. We're going to listen to each song. I try not to interrupt, may make a few comments along the way. I got my handy dandy notebook here. I'll take notes during the songs, just things that stand out to me. We'll discuss it a little bit on the other end, maybe look into some lyrics, and then we'll keep making our way through. So let's get in and get started with track number 1, titled West End Girl. Okay, I dig it.
And now we're all here. We've moved to New York. We found a nice little rental near a sweet little.
Oh, I love her voice.
Now I'm looking at houses with 4 or 5.
The accent.
floors, and you found us a brownstone, said you want it. It's yours.
So soft.
So we went ahead and we bought it. Found ourselves a good mortgage. Lily Cotton got sorted. All the furniture ordered. I could never afford this. You were pushing it forward. Made me feel a bit awkward. Made me feel a bit awkward. I walk up the stoop. I put the key in the door. And then my phone started ringing. So I answered the call. And they were like, hey, you got the lead in a play. You gotta be back in London for rehearsals in May. And later that evening you said, how was my day? I said, I got some good news. I got the lead in a play. That's when your demeanor started to change. You said I'd have to audition. I said you're deranged. And I thought that was quite strange. And I thought that was quite strange. But I ignored it, went ahead and I bought it. Got a
It's got a great groove.
Now I'm a West End girl. Now I'm a West End girl. Now I'm a West End girl. A West End girl. Hi. How are you? I miss you. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Alright. Okay.
What is he saying?
I mean, it doesn't make me feel great. Well, if that's what you need to do, then... I guess. Well, how will it work? Like, where... Right. I mean, it makes me really sad, but... No, I'm fine. I want you to be happy.
Is like he's ending it?
Okay. Okay, I'll speak to you later. I love you. Bye.
This is freaking art, dude. I don't know how the rest of this album is going to go. This is a great way to open an album. Like, amazing sound. It's so calm and beautiful, and then it has these great little drum pieces in it. And is telling the story, and it's kind of whimsical, and it just feels like she's making something that is totally hers from what she chooses to sing to kind of like flow in. It's not necessarily a rap, but kind of that flowy type singing. I need a better word for that. So help me in the comments if you know a better word. And then obviously then it like slows down, it speeds up, and then you've got this phone call conversation that really sets the stage. The reason I was confused in it is because she wasn't really responding how I would assume somebody is, and we'll look into the song a little bit. I'd assume he's ending their marriage over this phone call while she's gone, which, you dog. What the hell? That's not how big boys do things, especially when she's got this great opportunity. You jerk. Sorry, I'm getting a little heated here. I said I was going to handle this with sensitivity. But I'm on her side. Okay. Wow. I'm trying to remember who it was. I listened a long time ago to this artist who had a similar kind of sound, and I loved it. I can't remember the name of the artist though. And so I'm all on board for this. So cool. Okay. So West End Girl by Lily Allen is the first and namesake track of her 5th studio album, West End Girl. Oh, I also need to do this real quick. Sorry. Because when you say West End, there's a connotation to West End, right? Not just based on location. So let's see. The West End is the primary commercial theatre district, entertainment hub, fashionable, affluent area in central London. often referred to as London's answer to Broadway. It's hosts major yearly events. Okay. So I guess it is just specifically speaking to her moving to the West End because of her career. But I'm sure that also has this connotation of like, if you're a West End girl, it's probably because you're involved in entertainment and things like that. Broadway type entertainment. Okay. This track could be described as the calm before the storm. Oh no, is it going to get intense? Featuring hints about, oh, wow. Okay, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting this. If it does kind of go a little bit darker, harder, like she takes on this kind of, because I said she is a very soft voice, but also very like sharp and pointed. And if she takes that and pushes it into this kind of darker, grungier, maybe angry, hurt, exploring all of those emotions, it's going to be intense. And that would really be crazy with the storytelling. Sorry, my nose itches. Actually, it's not just my nose, but my brain itches. What in the world? Because you kind of have this and then if it's like it's kind of like an up, you know, starts all happy and then his wife dies. What the heck, Disney? And then if it does kind of go here and set this expectation to just kind of bring you here and then deeper inside, that will be intense. Could be described. Okay, we read that. After providing background information for the songs to come, the song includes a single-sided recording of a phone call between Alan and her ex-husband. The title refers to the West End, an area of London, I should have just read this, renowned for its vibrant theater scene. In the lyrics of the song, Lily Allen notes a call she got relating to her getting a role in a play in London's West End theater district, which caused her to travel back abroad for the duration of its run. I mean, that would be hard on a relationship, but like, dude, make it work. Make it work. Like if my wife ended up on Broadway, I'm like, can we come with you? End him, Lily. End him, Lily. End him, Lily. Okay. There was one lyric I was confused about, which was speaking of the audition. Sweet school. Okay. And now we're all here. We moved to New York. All right. Which, you know, and I don't want to make light of like the difficulties within relationships too, you know, because it sounds like they moved to New York, kind of got settled in, and then she gets a call that's going to take her away. But I don't know, man, you got to take it step by step and build your life together and find way. I guess when you're both in entertainment industries, I don't know. I just don't see a world where that doesn't work or you don't find a way to make it work. But obviously there were other things going on beneath the surface to get you to that point anyway. So I don't think we're dealing with like the healthiest of relationships. And I may have seen something that David Harbour was unfaithful, and that right there would seal the deal. Was David Harbour, I feel like I'm reading People magazine now. Based on her 25 West Album tour performance, Lily Allen has heavily implied that David Harbour cheated on her during their marriage. She alleges he broke rules in their open marriage and lied about the nature of his trysts. Allegations including finding letters from other women. Well, I wonder what the rules would be in an open marriage. That's interesting. Maybe best not to dig too deep in that. Okay. But the one that had to do with an audition, because she sounded disappointed. I walk up the stoop. I put the key in the door. My phone started ringing. You got to lead in a play. You got to be back in London for rehearsals in May. So she got the part. Then later that evening, you said, "How was my day?" Which I'm assuming is her husband. I said, "I got some good news. I got the lead in the play." That's when your demeanor started to change. You said that I'd have to audition. I said, "You're deranged." You'd have to, and you said that I'd have to audition. I wonder if that's like a playing down. I don't know. Maybe I'll get some insight here. Despite Lily having been offered the part, her husband already showed disbelief at her talent. Okay, that's what I was saying. And the fact she didn't have to go through the typical process of auditioning for a role. It's possible this was intentionally said to reduce her self-esteem as part of a myriad of psychological abuse, or truly, because he did not believe she was talented enough to receive a genuine offer. I love how she says this too. And I thought that was strange. I thought, like, I just could picture, it's kind of like this face. And if you're doing this face and then what's going on inside your head, and I thought that was strange. I thought that was quite strange. I found that strange. I love how she did that part. Okay. Well, we're off to a strong start. All right. This is track number 2. Oh, ruminating. Right? I wonder if there's kind of these steps through each thing within this, because obviously when you go through or receive bad news or something like that, they're ruminating, which is this kind of sitting and thinking and rolling over in your mind. And why don't we look at a true definition of ruminating? Ruminating, to think deeply about something. Chew the cud, as they would say. Cows chew the cud. All right, track 2, ruminating. I'm jazzed up, man. All right. Okay. That's what I said.
I've been up all night. Did you kiss her on the lips and look into her eyes? Did you have fun? Now that it's done, baby, won't you tell me that I'm still your number one? 'Cause you're my number one.
Oh.
Too brutal. You told me that you felt the same. It's mutual, and then you came out with this line so crucial. Yeah, if it has to happen, baby, do you want to know? If it has to happen, baby, do you want to know? If it has to happen, baby, do you want to know? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But what a line, what a fucking 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 ruminating, now I'm in my head. Ruminating, all the things you said. Why can't you wait for me to come home? This conversation's too big for a phone call. Ruminating, I've been up all night. Did you kiss her on the lips and look into her eyes? Did you have fun? Now that it's done, baby, won't you tell me that I'm still your number one? 'Cause you're my number one. Ruminating, now I'm in my head. Ruminating, all the things you said. Why can't you wait for me to come home? This conversation's too big for a phone call. Ruminating, I've been up all night. Did you kiss her on the lips and look into her eyes? Did you have fun? Now that it's done, baby, won't you tell me that I'm still your number one?
Well, she answered some of my questions within that song, also addressed my concern that was like, hey, this is kind of a big conversation for a phone call. But the reason I went, oh, is because it doesn't sound like he called about a divorce. It sounds like he called to maybe talk about being with another woman. I don't know what rules they have in place. I'm not going to really dig into that or speak too much into their situation. I would offer that is obviously a complication if you're going to have an open relationship. My experience, my perspective, I think you're meant to be tied to one person through thick and thin, man. And that's the ideal. I think that's what we should shoot for. I think that's what we should fight for. I think that creates the healthiest environment when you can, it could be a healthy environment. And that's not always up to you, unfortunately. There is a side that you can do, but unfortunately, some people will just be whatever they want to be and do what they want to do. And I know there are people out there watching this that you've experienced that, and I hate that for you. But it sounds like whatever parameters they had in place or whatever that looked like, he wanted to violate that. Probably he was angry that she was going. He's probably, and here's the stupid thing, right? It would be this kind of toxic masculinity thing that's like, well, I have needs. Get over it. You know what I mean? You're not a dog. It's what separates us from animals is animals operate only by instinct. We have self-control. So, and that's the key to faithfulness, period. Whether it's with your heart, your mind, your eyes, your words, your body. So, dang, dude, that song went hard too. Let's see here. Ruminating, second track, sees Alan ruminating over the multiple possibilities and situations, often romantic or sexual, could be playing out following the phone call with her husband at the end of West End Girl. She expresses confusion and anger over the fact that her husband asks if she would like him to tell her if he starts to sleep with other women. That is crazy. The line, "Why can't you wait for me to come home?" starts a narrative of self-doubt and insecurity around Lily's role in the relationship that plays out throughout the album. The repetition, well, and I feel like this line, "Why can't you wait for me to come home?" is more so, I mean, I could be wrong. We could look at the lyrics a little more. I felt like what follows that is this conversation's too big for the phone. Like if you're talking about this, pursuing this, whatever this thing is, like, I don't know. The repetition of the song's title and other lyrics expresses Lily's spiraling mental state and internal worry over the open marriage agreed upon with her husband. Yes, I agree. If it has to happen, baby, do you want to know is insane. Come on, man. Let's grow in our self-control. Yeah, I can't shake the image of her naked on top of you, and I'm dissociated. I'm not hateful, but you make me hate her. Jeez. My mama don't like you, and she likes everyone. I'm not hateful, but you make me hate her. She gets to sleep next to my medicator. Why can't you wait for me to come home? This conversation's too big for a phone call. Yeah, like, hey, whatever you're thinking, whatever your plans are, like, can you just maybe put it on hold for a little bit? Like, let me come home and we deal with whatever we're dealing with. Which that's, besides the thing they're talking about, that's just a good rule of thumb, period, right? You have the ability to wait. Okay? Have the conversation the right way, whatever that conversation is. Crazy. Okay. Man, I was jamming. This is track number 3, titled Sleepwalking.
You won't love me. You won't leave me. You don't touch me. Still so needy. And I don't know if you do it intentionally. Somehow you make it my fault. You don't stop talking, and I'm just sleepwalking. Course I'm angry, course I'm hurt. Looking back, it's so absurd. Course I trusted you and took you at your word. Who said romance isn't dead? Been no romance since we wed. Why aren't we fucking, baby? Yeah, that's what you said. But you let me think it was me in my head, and nothing to do with them girls in your bed. You don't stop talking, and I'm just sleepwalking. See your thoughts forming. Baby, stop it, it's 3 in the morning, and I don't know if you do it intentionally. Somehow you make it my fault. You don't stop talking, and I'm just sleepwalking. I know you've made me your Madonna. I wanna be your whore. Baby, it would be my honor. Please, sir, can I have some more? I could preserve all of your fantasies if only you could act them all out with me. You don't stop talking, and I'm just sleepwalking. See your thoughts forming. Baby, stop it, it's 3 in the morning, and I don't know if you do it intentionally. But somehow you make it my fault. You don't stop talking, and I'm just sleepwalking. You won't love me. You won't leave me.
Man, I assume the way she's speaking about sleepwalking is in the idea of like kind of not actually sleepwalking or sleep, but the idea of almost just being in this malaise, like living throughout your days, almost not fully there, not fully connected, just kind of moving through time as opposed to existing or being present in time. It's interesting. There's such a fixation on sexuality here, and it sounds like a lot of it coming from his side. You know, even the idea of her being gone and him asking the questions he's asking. And it's interesting because obviously we're even talking about within a marriage, you know, and sexuality is a big part of a marriage. I won't go too deep into this because I did talk about this in one of the Aurora videos, but just as a 30,000 foot view, I've been married for almost 17 years to the same woman. We knew each other for 3 years before we decided to get married. We did not have sex before we got married. We felt that was something that meant a lot to us. You know, we wanted to save ourselves for each other and commit to this lifelong journey together. And we fought really hard for that. We have 3 children, 15 now, 12 and 10. And step by step, we're building something really beautiful together. Different from what we came up in, different from what was exhibited for us, but we wanted to do something different with our family. And from my perspective, sex is a celebration, you know, that as you live out your days serving one another, being patient with one another, working through the hard stuff together, having the honest conversations, we're no stranger to those, but it is that growth and that connection between 2 people, which yes, there's a part of yourself, your sexuality, that is like an extremely intimate part of yourself. But there are also the soul, like that is intimate, you know, and that's more difficult to connect and maintain that soul relationship. And sex is this celebration of that faithfulness with your emotions and your spirit and your working with one another, for one another, and all those different things. Especially from a female side, you know, there's so much connected emotionally and in their mind, that, yeah, I think that it is the foundation and stability within a relationship, those emotional qualities and the working together each and every day. And then as a part of that, you know, you also do just have to fight as life gets busy and things like that. You prioritize sexuality because I think it is an incredibly important part of a relationship. And there's so many factors that go into that, you know. But anyways, it sounds like there's such a fixation, you know, he's so frustrated. And I've seen this. I've counseled men before, you know. This frustration. It's like, well, why won't you sleep with me? And it's like, well, why won't you take out the trash? You know, like, to put it plainly, it's just, you can't do these basic things each and every day that are involved in living together. You know, well, why can't you sleep with me? Well, why don't you ever send me a text and ask how my day is going? Well, why every time when you answer the phone call, do you sound like I'm annoying you? You know, and I mean, these are all real things that just stack up, and none of us are perfect, but there can be health. And a part of that, it is, I think, in the heart of a wife to, even when maybe she doesn't necessarily, like, she's not jazzed up or whatever, that she's like, no, I'd love to be with you, you know, and make space for that and prioritize that because she feels loved by you. So I know there's a lot of different avenues for all of that, a lot of complexities. So I'm not saying any of that. And I've seen every facet of it. Trust me. I did pastoral work for nearly 20 years. And so I saw all kinds of situations from all kinds of people. And I understand a lot of the complexities that are involved there. Okay. Thanks for following me along on that tangent. Sleepwalking. 3rd track, released in October. She details the sexual struggles between her and her ex-husband, specifically his desire for more sex while he sleeps with other women. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother factor. Ugh, gosh. Yet also blaming her for his cheating. She notes she wants to be the only woman he is with sexually. Well, yeah, no freaking duh. She also notes how he bores her when he keeps talking. Okay, this is one of the ones, the SNL performance. Wow. All right, we'll have that over on Patreon. Let me know your thoughts. I guess I got into that more than I intended to. Okay. This is track number 4, titled Tennis.
Daddy's home for the first time in weeks. Got the dinner on the table. Tell the kids it's time to eat. And I made my baby's favorite, but he didn't seem to care. I just tell myself he's jet lagged and I'm bad to have him here. Then you showed me a photo on Instagram. It was how you grabbed your phone back right out of my hands. So I read your text and now I regret it. I can't get my head round how you've been playing tennis. If it was just us, I wouldn't be jealous. You won't play with
Oh,
And who's Madeline?
I need to be alone, so I took myself to bed. I got a lot of information that I can't even process. So I wrote a little email and I told you what I saw. Then you came out to the bedroom and you made it all my fault. But you moved the goalposts, you broken the rules. I tried to accommodate, but you took me for a fool. So I read your text, and now I regret it. I can't get my head round how you've been playing tennis. If it was just us, I wouldn't be jealous. You won't play with me.
And who the fuck is Madeline? Who's Madeline? Who's Madeline? Who's Madeline? No, but who is Madeline? Actually.
man, that word accommodate stands out to me. And because I would just be curious. Again, every person, every couple, you're welcome to do whatever you want to do. And I try on this channel not to be preachy about my stances, but I think part of this and part of exploring music is sharing kind of your life experience and maybe my perspective, but I never approach this from a like judgmental way. I'm not trying to judge what she's doing or what you're doing. I'm just sharing, hey, here's kind of my perspective, how I would approach that. So I hope you understand that on the channel, and people are always welcome to share their opinions and things in the comments. I want this to be a place where we can have conversation and be understanding with one another, but that has to go both ways, right? Being able to understand one another even if we don't agree with one another. And so I would be curious, you know, from her standpoint, is it maybe not something she necessarily wanted, but then he expressed and she wanted to be accommodating to him? I just want you to know out there that that's not normal. Okay? And I feel like there are probably women out there who maybe even have been tricked or guilted or shamed or manipulated into believing that that's normal behavior. It's not. And I'm sorry, again, you can have whatever feeling you want. If you're a girl out there, a woman out there, and there is a man who is meant to be committed to you, and he approaches you about wanting to be with someone else, and you feel some need to accommodate that, no. Sorry. He better repent and apologize very quickly and change everything and then get the counseling he needs. Or, I'm sorry, sayonara, And the reverse as well. If you're a man out there and there's a woman who comes to you and wants to pursue other people, even though you're in a committed relationship, especially a marriage, and asks you to be accommodating to that, I'm sorry. No. What are you talking about? We belong to one another. You have my heart, my soul, my body. Everything that I am is yours. And I would expect the same in return. That's what marriage and relationships are meant to be. Gosh. I'm all up in arms now in this album. But the other big thing, the song title, Tennis. I think she's making light of it and trying to kind of prove a point, right? She says if it was just sex, that's one thing. But like they're playing tennis together. She's like, wait a second, what are you talking? You're hanging out with this person, you're spending quality time with them, you're having fun with them. And I'm just kind of this person over here, like making the house what it is, and that you're out there having fun with these other people and making plans, and like you don't ask me to go do things. Well, you don't like tennis. Well, find out what she likes. Because it's not about you all the time. I'm serious. I think there's this other misconception out there with the relationships. It's like, well, you don't like doing what I like to do. And that's fine. You can have your times doing the things you enjoy doing. Don't do them with other people, other than like same-sex friends. But you can't blame, because I could almost see that as like, well, you never want to play tennis with me. It's you know what I mean? And it's like, well, hold on, man. Then you don't go play tennis, and you find out what it is that she needs and the connection that she needs. And she also does that to you. And maybe sometimes she goes and plays tennis, and then you do the things that she enjoys, or whatever it is, man. That's what a healthy relationship looks like. But I loved how she said that, you know, if it was just sex, I wouldn't be jealous. I can't get my head around who you've been playing tennis. Goodness. Oh no, and the next song is called Madeline. Oh, so it is. It's like this progression. Which I know she also said there's a little fact and a little fiction in here. So I'll try not to get too heated. All right, here we go. This is Madeline.
None of this is your fault. Messaging you feels kind of assaultive. Saw your text, that's how I found out. Tell me the truth and his motives. I can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. No, I can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. How long has it been going on? Is it just sex or is there emotion? He told me it would stay in hotel rooms, never be out in the open. Why would I trust anything that comes out of his mouth? Oh, why would I trust anything that comes out of his mouth? We had an arrangement. Be discreet and don't be blatant. There had to be payment. It had to be with strangers. But you're not a stranger, Madeline.
Hey, he is telling you the truth. Our relationship has only ever been about sex. I can promise you that this is not an emotional connection. We don't speak outside of the time we spend together, and whenever he talks about you, it's with the utmost respect.
You tell me he's telling the truth. Is that the case, or a line that he fed you? Wanna believe you, but is it a ruse? Lie to me, babe, and I'll end you. I can't trust anything that comes out of your mouth. I'm not convinced that he didn't fuck you in our house. Do you two ever talk about me? Has he told you that he doesn't love me? I bet he tells you he loves you. I've gotten old, gotten ugly. I wouldn't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. Now why would you trust anything that comes out of his mouth? We had an arrangement. Be discreet and don't be blatant. And there had to be payment. It had to be with strangers. but you're not a stranger, Madeline. Madeline, 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 but you're not a stranger, Madeline.
I hate that you're in so much pain right now. I really don't want to be the cause of any upset. He told me that you were aware this was going on and that he had your full consent. If he's lying about that, then please let me know, because I have my own feelings about dishonesty. And lies are not something that I want to get caught up in. You can reach out to me anytime, by the way, if you need any more details or you just need to vent or anything. Love and light, Madeline.
Oh, this is like an audiobook. This audio drama. Okay. I think I've said most everything I want to say about this. Let's see. After being named in the previous track as the woman her husband is cheating on her with, Lily confronts Madeline in a song titled directly after her. Feeling a myriad of shock, determination, confusion, low self-esteem, self-doubt, and distrust, Lily steadfastly analyzes how her husband's deceitful ways have infiltrated her. The eponymous? Madeline offers half-baked words of veiled support and cooperation as Lily begins to piece together her husband's affair. Little does Lily know, and as is later revealed in the album, Madeline was just one of many. Teaser. Okay. This performance will be up on Patreon as well. I'm curious here, there had to be payment? Surely they're not talking about like prostitutes. Even though Lily had an open marriage, there were still boundaries they were agreed upon, which her then husband did not stand by. There are usually agreed upon boundaries in relationships, but whether those boundaries are adhered to or not is becoming a gray area all of a sudden. Dating apps make people disposable, and that leads to the idea that if you are not happy, there's so much more to choose from right in your pocket. Yeah, that's why we have self-control. One of the agreements on their relationship was that the connections outside of the marriage had to be purely sexual, i.e. not in hopes of developing a romantic relationship. After suspecting that her then husband was not being faithful to their agreement, Lily created a profile in the dating app Raya, set her preference for women, cross-referencing the women that would show up with women that her ex-husband followed on Instagram to try to figure out who he was seeing, as revealed by the Sun. But what does it mean there had to be payment? Shed some light on that for me, if you know. Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I'll say is I think that if you are with someone who's afraid to give you their phone, there's a problem. Right? I'm not afraid to hand my phone over to my wife. She can go through any social media. She can go through any text. And she doesn't because she trusts me. But if she needed to or wanted to or had some suspicion or it's just like, she's like, hey, can I use your phone real quick? There are two ways that you can live. Two is like, do you want to be afraid of handing your phone to somebody? I sure don't. Like, that's not a good way to live. Like, afraid that if they open an app, afraid if they open a certain text message or a notification comes through on your phone or anything like that, you know, like, that's just a better way to live and exist. And that's like where there's real faithfulness. Real faithfulness is more than just physical. Okay. Man, this is intense. And musically, it's really cool. Okay, I don't want to get too caught up just on the content within here. Musically, it didn't say anything about the musical influence. What would you call that? Is that more like a Latin type? And it's got kind of the little finger clapper type things, what it sounds like. I mean, musically, it's a really interesting album. All right, track number 6, titled Relapse.
gone beneath me. You pulled the safety net. I moved across an ocean from my family, from my friends. The foundation is shattered. You've made such a fucking mess. I tried to be your modern wife, but the child in me protests. I need a drink, I need a Valium. You pushed me this far and I just need to be known. If I relapse, I know I stand to lose it all. Can you bring me back when I'm climbing up the walls? If I relapse, I know I stand to lose it all. Can you bring me back when I'm climbing up the Girls are looking at me to teach them all about love, but I can't seem to hold my shit together long enough. I need a drink, I need a Valium. You pushed me this far and I just need to be known. If I relapse, I know I stand to lose it all. Can you bring me back when I'm climbing up the walls? If I relapse, I know I stand to lose it all. Can you bring me back when I'm climbing up the
I like that. Feel bad vibing to her sorrow. But maybe that's the point, right? Maybe that's part of what helped her get through. And maybe the message, out there for some of you that have been hurt, that have been, that's the word I'm looking for, betrayed. Sometimes you just got to vibe to it to get through it. That's where I put that on a t-shirt. Vibe to it to get through it. Oh, man. Yeah, I liked how she said about losing it all. Because I think it's obviously not just maybe her already feeling like her relationship is over, but even what it is that, I mean, moving and being engaged in this work, this exciting experience, but then also having like one of the most difficult times going on in your life. That's such a terrible thing, because you'd love for it to like her to get this opportunity, and she's got this great foundation and loving support from her husband and her home. That's like, you got this, go do it. And then she gets to go do it because that's going to be challenging enough. It has its own insecurities and difficulties. And then, you know, when she's had a hard day, she rests on him and he's like, no, I hear you, you know, like that would have been the beautiful experience. But now it's like, this is kind of crumbling over here and she has this opportunity, but she's probably not in the greatest like headspace and trying to focus over here while there's kind of this sorrow going on in her heart, but realizing like, if I just medicate myself, if I'm drinking, if I'm on pills, if I'm doing these things, I might destroy this whole other opportunity that I have and future opportunities. Man. Okay. We are getting into, there are a few very interesting titled songs on this album. This one is, I don't want to do a bunch of editing. So, meow, Palace. All right. Here we go. Meow.
You in my bed, go to the apartment in the West Village instead. I'll drop off your clothes, your mountain medication. I'm already on my way, heading to the station. Stuck on the F, there's a problem on the line.
Oh, it's got a cool flow.
I'm losing my mind. Up to the first floor, key in the front door. Nothing's ever gonna be the same anymore. And that's when I realize something don't feel right. I didn't know it was your pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo.
Whoa!
Sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict. I'll talk about a low blow. Oh no, oh no. I didn't know it was your pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo. So am I looking at a sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict? I'll talk about a low blow, oh no. I found a shoebox full of handwritten letters from broken-hearted women wishing you could have been better. Sheets pulled off the bed and strewn all on the floor. Long black hair, probably from the night before. Dwayne Reed bag with the handles tied. Sex toys, butt plugs, lube inside. Hundreds of Trojans, you're so fucking broken. How'd I get caught up in your double life? And that's when I realized something don't feel right. I didn't know it was your pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace, pussy palace. I always thought it was the dojo, dojo, dojo. So am I looking at a sex addict, sex addict, sex addict, sex addict? talk about love, 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 oh no.
From a musical standpoint and just vibes, that's one of the coolest songs I've ever heard. And her voice is so beautiful with it. Man, I got a little emotional. That line hit me hard because I think what she's communicating in the idea that a palace is like a place that you're maybe the king or the prince of. It's a place that you just exist, that you own, versus, and we'll look and see if I have this right, a dojo to me is more of this place that like two people are wrestling in, that it's a place of training and sparring. So one obviously evokes this idea of like using someone, right? As opposed to this loving mutual relationship that's meant to exist. Gosh. The track describes Lily's experience of traveling to her husband's apartment, separate to their shared home, to discover it's been being used by him to sleep with multiple women outside of her knowledge. She expresses shock and confusion over the evident amount of sex he's been having and ponders on whether her husband is a sex addict, something she hadn't considered before. I think it was such a moment making this song. The whole album really came together with this song, and it was in the second session of writing everything, and it kind of came out of nowhere, like I think all the best songs do, and are super, super quick to write as well, and just the synths on it and the chorus. And we had a crazy night in the studio. Like Blue, our producer, brought out smoke machines and disco lights, and we were just going crazy. Excuse me. It was really, really special. It was great. So I can't really pick one detail, just the whole thing. The whole thing has just been great. Yeah, let's look at that dojo line. Lily is referring to the apartment her husband, who is a martial arts enthusiast, owned before they got married. Oh. Okay, sorry. So I totally misread that. Some of you have probably already commented below. Although, that's a great way to think about it, you know. But she's specifically referring to the apartment. She thought it was this dojo, this place for him to, I guess, have a space for himself, train, do man things, whatever, other than sleeping with other people. Dojo is Japanese term for a hall or room where martial arts are practiced. Translates to place of the way. It signifies a space for personal, mental, and spiritual growth. Lily likely thought it was a place he went to train, relax, and unwind. Potentially a place where she also found comfort being in and where she could let her guard down when inside. However, she's discovered that he was using it as a private palace to be intimate with other women. Man. All right. Sorry I misread that song. That paints it in a whole different light. And she thought that it was this place for him to enjoy and find rest and peace, but it turns out it was this place of evil. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, that song's a standout for sure. All right. This is 4chan Stan. Track number 8.
Bedside drawer. You know I've never been inclined to have to do that before. Never been in bad doors. But you took someone shopping there in May 24. But you bought her a handbag. It wasn't cheap. I was in London, probably asleep. Did you go to Montauk for the weekend? Was there Did it pay dividends? Is that why? Why won't you tell me what her name is? This is outrageous. What is she famous? Say that it's over. Do you mean a hiatus? Why won't you tell me what a sad, sad man is giving fortune stand?
Oh gosh.
What a sad, sad man is giving fortune stand. What are you so scared of? Do you think I'm gonna contact her and tell her what for? Gonna get divorced? It's a marriage of convenience and it's her you adore. I think you're sinking, you're protecting a lie, and you don't want her thinking that you cheat on your wife. You're such a coward, you can't tell the truth. You love all the power, but you're not even cute though, no, no, no. Why won't you tell me what her name is? This is outrageous. What is she famous? Say that it's over. Do you mean a hiatus? Why won't you tell me what a sad, sad man is giving fortune stand? What a sad, sad man is giving fortune stand. Somebody famous. Somebody famous. Somebody famous.
Okay. I'm sure it'll list it over here. I think I'm familiar to some degree what 4chan Stan is. I was never really up on 4chan. I've just heard it mentioned, and it's usually mentioned in like not a great way. Okay. Let's see. 4chan is a popular CIA honeypot forum. It was founded by a 15-year-old called Moot in 2003 who was angry that something awful banned his favorite Chinese cartoons that he loved gooning to. It's now entirely inhabited by Reddit refugees and gooners. So yeah, it's like a place of degenerates, right? It's giving 4chan Stan. Dude, she is freaking going to town. Ugh. Musically, man, this album's really fun. What a sad, sad man. Oh, it's honestly, it's things like that, man, that I've always shared. You know, my greatest fear is waking up 5 years from now different than the man that I wanted to be. And that drives me, you know, it drives me to, you know, evaluate my soul, my intentions, my attention, all of those different things, and make these kind of micro adjustments, you know, thankfully through my life. And I'm open on this channel. I'm a Christian. I had a terrible my teenage years were awful, and I was headed in a bad direction. And for me, I encountered Jesus and he transformed my life. And every day that I've sought and kind of just put myself in the open, it's like, examine me. You know, there's actually a psalm that says, like, look at me, examine me, see if there's any wicked way in me and lead me in life everlasting. And that's the way I put myself this before the Lord. It's like, examine my heart, find the things in me that are not pleasing to you, that aren't like you. Root them out of me. And that served me very well. I'm not perfect by any means, but I'm thankful for all that I've come through and where I am. And I am the person today that I intended to be. And I want to keep it that way because I've seen a lot of things that are really sad and disturbing, you know, even in like the Christian circles, you know, a lot of really terrible things come out, which I hate because it paints this really awful picture for people. But people that like gained a lot of respect, and then all this stuff just comes out that they had been doing secretly. Some of them even, what is it called, posthumously? Is that how you say it? Like after they've passed away, like their children find out all this stuff. Dude, that is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I want one day my daughter to go, yeah, my dad is exactly who I thought he was. Oh my God, it's gonna make me emotional. But those are the things that you have to keep in sight to not get lost. Man, life has a way of making you get lost in who you want to be. And those types of things drive me. These, like I'm saying, I made these macro adjustments in my life when I was younger. And then it was like, let's do the deeper work, my impatience and anger and selfishness and all of those things, you know. And so day by day, week by week, year by year, making these micro adjustments, bringing into the light the things that are like, man, no, that's not what I want in my life. And there's this term, small tweaks make big peaks. And I think that's true. It's just, man, don't let yourself get lost. Keep putting yourself in the light and going, okay, where's my energy? Where's my attention? What am I pursuing? What are my habits? Am I being present with the people that I love? Are there adjustments I need to make? And because it is, you know, when she sings this and when I think about this sad man, and I've seen that happen, you know, in men's lives, and it's something I want to stay far away from. Gosh, dude, this is such an open and honest album. All right, this is honestly, aside from Meow Palace, the other, well, and 4chan Stan of the titles on this album, Nonmonogamummy. Nonmonogamummy, track number 9. Sorry, it's not starting. Maybe we'll hit a little refresh, shall we? Whoa, okay. Here we go. Let's try that again. Nonmonogamummy. Okay. Jeez.
Treat me like a stranger. Why do I feel like such a failure? A life with you look good on paper. I love you. I've been trying to be open. I just want to meet your needs, and for some reason I prefer to people pleasing. I'll be your non-monogamummy. I'm just trying to be open. We fell in love, I landed on my feet. I was a cat that got the cream. We built a palace on the perfect street. You really sold me on a dream. And now I'm looking at my Tinder. Or maybe I'm more of a hinder. He wants to take me out to dinner. Hope he looks better than his picture. I love you. I've been trying to be open. I just want to meet your needs. And for some reason I prefer to be people pleasing. I'll be your non-monogamummy. I'm just trying to be open.
Hearts get broken. She looking at me eyes and say you have no emotions.
That's cool.
Maybe a question about the word what was spoken. Like is she a token or it's just promotion? You know, say man a big ship when we're there in the ocean. You know it's not no brag or no boasting. We're coasting. Open. Cause we try to be open. I look in your eyes, you say your heart is broken.
Open.
Me tell you that you're chosen and you tell me that your heart get frozen.
Just trying to be open.
All of my top, all of my one, 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 all of my top, all them one day.
Man, we're getting a lot of different genre influence in this album. It's really impressive. Specialist Moss? What a cool sound. When I first read this non-monogamummy, I didn't know if it meant like mummy as in a mom, which it could, but the way she also enunciates it sounds like that type of mummy, which could just kind of mean this idea of walking and not alive, almost kind of like the sleepwalking type of analogy. Excuse me. But it sounds like she also may be speaking about motherhood. Let's see. Nonmonogamummy is the 9th track. Its title is a creative play on the words non-monogamy and mummy, as Alan is a mother to 2 children who is doing what she can to salvage her marriage, which means leaning into the idea of entering a non-monogamous relationship at her husband's request. No, we've spoken in length about that. So did she have children with him, or did she have children previously? So Lily Allen's children, Ellen and Marnie, have a father named Sam Cooper, who is a builder, painter, not the journalist of the same name. Lily Allen and Sam Cooper were married from 2011 to 2018. Actor Harbour became the stepfather to Allen's 2 daughters after marrying her in 2020. Okay. Man. This is it's a heavy album. Specialist Moss. Let's take a look at this guy real quick. Specialist Moss, born July 18th in London, parentage hailing from St. Lucia. At age 8, Moss was playing drums and on the mic bussing lyrics. Music has always played a major part in his life. He started MC on a local pirate radio station. Okay, very cool. All right, here we go. Track 10, titled Just Enough.
I think you're in love with somebody else.
Let's slow it down a little.
Felt you pull away, and now I'm blaming myself. You keep me in the dark. Tell yourself it's kind. ocean. I feel so drawn, so old. I booked myself a facelift.
Wow.
Wondering how long it might hold. I gave you all my power. How I'm seen through your eyes. Through your eyes. But you
It's a very raw song,
give me
even in the ambient noise.
hope to hold on to. Nothing. Yeah, you give me just enough hope to hold on to. Nothing. Did you fall in love with someone who isn't me? Why are we here talking about vasectomy?
Wow.
Did you get someone pregnant? Someone who isn't me? Did you
So not the things a wife should have to think about.
Is she having your baby? But you give me just enough hope to hold on to. Nothing. Yeah, you give me just enough hope to hold on to. Don't you?
And the production on that one was really raw. Would not surprise me if, they filmed that in more of an open room, just kind of a mic on the guitar or possibly ukulele. And then obviously her microphone. And there is some synth type stuff and a little background vocals in there. But I think for that song, it's like, felt like everything was kind of stripped back. She was bringing this real, just raw, honest, emotional vibe to that song. And yeah, like I said, those just aren't questions that a wife should have to wonder. All right, let's move into track 11, titled Dallas Major. I'm assuming that's an airport, maybe?
My name is Dallas Major, and I'm coming out to play. Looking for someone to have fun with while my husband works away. I'm almost nearly 40, I'm just shy of 5'2". I'm a mum to teenage children. Does that sound like fun to you? 'Cause I hate it here.
Is this her kind of like on the rebound, for lack of a better word?
So I go by Dallas Major, but that's not really my name. I used to be quite famous. That was way back in the day. Yes, I'm
Oh, man.
and I probably should explain how my marriage has been open since my husband went astray.
It's like funky groove, man.
My name is Dallas Major, and I'm coming out to play. Looking for someone to have fun
Very honest.
Teenage children, does that sound like fun to you? 'Cause I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate
Oh, switch. I think, she's being honest in every direction here, right? It's kind of a song about maybe feeling obviously hurt, lonely, looking for somebody. That last line was interesting. Like, I thought they got married or hitched or whatever in Vegas. I wonder if she's saying then, like, why is her name Dallas Major? Let's see. Lily Allen, David Harbour, wed on September 7th, 2020 in Las Vegas. Ceremony was small and officiated by an Elvis Presley impersonator. The wedding garnered praise online for its wholesome simplicity, with all eyes being drawn to Allen's dress, a stunning Dior dress purchased last minute at the advice of Allen's daughter. Dallas Major is the alias that Lily Allen penned on dating apps and intends to sneakily camouflage her identity. The name Dallas Major sounds almost cartoonish and ironic, akin to the names that movie characters or adult film stars might go by in an attempt to grab people's attention. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's just an incredibly honest song from her, especially as she's like, her age, she's got teenage children, she's kind of like, in some ways, I guess for lack of a better term, having a laugh at her own expense. Like, hey, anybody out there looking for this? Oh. And it had that just kind of funk to it, organ, and then some DJ scratching. All right, here we go. We're getting toward the end here. The last 3 tracks. This is track number 12, titled Beg For Me. Now we're hitting more of an industrial.
I feel embarrassed. I feel ashamed. You're so indifferent, and that's insane. Where's all your empathy for all my pain? My friends will tell me
she's gonna go in.
Deranged. I wanna feel held. I wanna be told I'm special and I'm unusual. I want your desire. I wanna be spoiled. I wanna be told I'm beautiful.
And you wrong, sister.
I want you beg, beg, beg for me. Why won't you beg? Won't you beg for me? Oh, why won't you beg, beg, beg for me? Why won't you beg for me? Oh.
The 808s.
I feel embarrassed, I feel ashamed. You're so indifferent, and that's insane. Where's all your empathy for all my pain? My friends all tell me you are deranged. I wanna feel held, I wanna be told I'm special and I'm unusual. I want your desire, I wanna be spoiled, I wanna be told I'm beautiful. Why won't you beg, beg, beg for me? Why won't you beg for me? Oh, why won't you beg, beg, beg for me? Why won't you beg for me? Oh, why won't you beg, beg, beg for me? Why won't you beg for me? Oh, why won't you beg, beg, beg for me? Why won't you beg for me?
That's a bop. My kids hate it when I say that. Man, musically, such a cool song. But obviously, the idea she even speaks about, he's showing this indifference. Like he doesn't even want to try, to hang on. Like, why won't you beg for me? Why won't you fight for me? Because obviously he doesn't want to continue. Or he wouldn't be doing the things he's doing in the first place. And she's saying that. She's like, she wants to be with somebody who doesn't have this indifference toward her, who fights for her. And even in the midst of the situation, and even if she chooses, she has every right to not remain married to him, right? Because of what he's done. But even in the situation, to feel like you love me enough, you care about what we have enough, you care about all the time we've spent together and the future that we dreamed of together, to at least fight for me. And you don't. You're indifferent. I want to feel loved. I want to feel wanted. I want to feel pursued. And that is every woman's right. Because that's what you're worth. Girl. Okay. Wow. All right, let's see where she moves as she begins to kind of land the plane here. This is track number 13, titled Let You Win. It's a W with a slash and then IN. She's got some really interesting titles here. I love it. Let's see where she goes.
I've become invisible, stuck here in my palace. I'm so fucking miserable in my rabbit hole. Yeah, I'm Alice, and I'm expected to be nice, picking up the pieces. What is it you sacrifice? I'm protecting you from your secrets. Don't tell the children the truth would be brutal. Your reputation's unstained. God knows how long you've been getting
Wow.
already let you in. All I can do is sing. So why should I let you win? I will not absorb your shame. You
Wow.
put me through this. I could tell myself you changed, do it all again, be deluded. Never get your sympathy. I don't think you're able, but I can walk
walk out with my dignity if I lay my truth on the table.
Jeez, dude.
Lie to the children, the ending was mutual. I'll shoulder all of the pain. I'm sick of carrying, suffering for your sins. I've already let you in, so why should I let you win? You've taken everything.
I think it's a really empowering song because it's ultimately, it's like you've been winning this whole time. You've been getting everything that you want. So, no, I'm going to have a little dignity here. And unfortunately, narcissists tend to want that, you know? They'll get everything that they wanted and then make you feel like the bad guy or want to be painted as the hero, or if at least not the hero, not the villain, because I'm not a villain in this story. And he is. Such a simple but really profound and empowering song. And I mean, I don't want to speak into like what all to do, obviously, with children and how to tell them certain things and what do you make known versus what do you keep secret. And that changes based on situations and ages. And there's a lot of complexity there. So it's not like, let me just burn down the world type thing. But at the same time, I could understand her perspective, especially with the children. It's like, I'm not going to be the enemy here. I'm not going to have my children thinking, what did mom do to make, like, I thought this guy was going to be our new father. I thought he was going to be around. I really liked him or whatever it is. How could mommy do that? Like, no, fat chance, dude. So, man, the words in the song, the lyrics, so economical with her words. Like, each thing carries such a large truth and such a powerful punch. It's a really, really well-written song. Okay. Let's see how she chooses to close out this epic, emotional ride of an album. This is track number 14, titled Fruityloop.
You're just a little boy looking for his mommy. Things have gotten complicated. What with all the fame and money, playing with his toys.
Wow, dude.
He just wants attention. He can't really do attachment. Scared he's gonna be abandoned. And finally I see it's not me, it's you. It's what you've always done, it's what you do. Forever till you die, it's true. It's not me, it's you. And there is nothing I could do. You're stuck inside your Fruity I'm just a little girl looking for a daddy. Thought that we could break the cycle.
Wow.
Thought that I could keep you happy.
She's recognizing her insecurities.
What it is, you're a mess. I'm a bitch. Wish I could fix all your shit. 'cause it's not me.
You're a big boy.
It's you. It's all you've always done. It's what you do. Forever till you die. It's true. It's not me. It's you. There was nothing I could do. You're stuck inside your Fruity Loop. There was nothing I could do. You're stuck inside your Fruity Loop.
It's very much this album. I mean, not exactly, but kind of like moving through stages of grief, right? I like albums that, especially considering the subject matter and the emotions it can bring up in people, that have these kind of longer outros, because it allows you to really sit with what you just experienced, what you just listened to, you know, this kind of like rest, Selah type moment. I loved in there that she was very honest about her own need, talking about kind of her insecurity, just really wanting love, wanting someone to care for her. And I'm sure from her side, it's probably like her looking at it. I'm not at all putting blame on her. I'm saying in self-reflection, probably being like, well, maybe that part of me is what caused me to overlook certain red flags that then she'll carry forward, hopefully into the next relationship, you know, having learned something from this and becoming more sure in herself so that she doesn't repeat ending up with somebody that's going to treat her like that. She really reduced him down in this song. I mean, it's an emasculating song, rightfully so. I mean, you're just this boy. You're stuck in this Fruity Loop, which I think Fruit Loop tied to childhood, but also this loop, this cycle of destruction that he's in. It really ties into that sad, sad man line from one of the previous songs. Yeah, wow. I mean, it's a really brilliant piece of art, piece of work. It's beautiful sounding. There's some real jams in there, but man, it's a heavy album. But I know at the same time is probably very therapeutic for her and for others of you out there. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What were standouts for you? Is there anything you saw that I didn't see? Again, if you want to dive a little deeper with us, we've got a great community over on Patreon where all the music videos and live performances will be. So we have a lot of fun over there. Feel free to check it out if it's something you might be interested in. But I love talking about the song, about the music with you. So feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with me for this one. Hope to see you in the next one. It's Reading Good.